36 hours in, she's slightly more agitated than she was, showing signs of fever, maybe going over to zombiehood soon. Not sure. Oh my god. It's about 5:30 p.m. I went to the truck today when I don't have a fever and my stomach don't feel like a tiger is trying to get its way out of it. I thought, hey, I'm running the truck. I didn't stop anywhere else. I got 3 cartons of cigarettes in the truck. And in a side box, I did have this. I know, it's illegal, right? Whatever. I also found about a gallon of vodka under the sink that I didn't even know was there. You know why it was there, guys? It was there to make tinctures. I know, you don't even know what a tincture is, probably, right? Because I'm one of them crazy prepper people that's ready for everything most of the time. So in between the fever, I've been out here clearing some property in case I got to plant a garden, right? I was listening to the news what ago because during the fever, I'm a news junkie. And I've always been that way, a news junkie. And I've been listening to everything. Oh, by the way, the girl is still the same as she was this morning and yesterday. I think she can see a little bit better. But she still is dizzy and will fall over if I'm not supporting her. If this is as bad as it gets, I'm fine with it. I mean, as a truck driver, we're used to dealing with much worse, really. Except for not being able to see or falling over. It's hard work clearing the land, alright? Y'all haven't seen a video that I made a few weeks ago when I was at home about clearing stuff for different reasons. But this is for planting edibles, right? In case it has to be planted. Should always be ready. I know that people in the cities can't exactly do that kind of stuff, but they could. You know, if it's a concerted effort together, they can get out and do something. Just watched the conference with Trump, and they do think that this is going to become a seasonal virus because now it is ramping up in the southern hemisphere because Africa and Brazil are going into their winter months and they're starting to have the spread there. And you would have thought that it would have had the spread beforehand. They're not talking about future consequences of being prepared because right now they have to be prepared right now. I seen a post in the New York Times, liberal rag, all right, where they was like, Trump washed his hands of us, you know. They seem to think that their people in New York are more important than everywhere else. With the bargaining system that's going on right now, they think they need all of the supplies. If you've seen The Road Less Traveled, and I'll put his link below, he just came down with this. He got tested in Pennsylvania, so he is at home with his grandparents. Now, he lives in New York. He could not go home after he got tested and was feeling so bad. So now he is in his grandparents' home, holed up in a bedroom, which could spread it to them. That's what I was talking about if you're going to get tested at home or be prepared to stay in your truck. Bless him, and I hope he gets better, and I hope his grandparents don't contract this because he has all of the signs, the upper respiratory pain, and I mean his does not sound good, but he's a very healthy guy. So I'm gonna hope the best that he's gonna be okay. Just the other day we had a coronavirus party in Kentucky, and all the kids got together and decided to have a party to flaunt it in the face of fate. I think it was Darwinism, because now one of them has it and they're sorry. This is real, guys. As a longtime prepper, this is the kind of thing that guys like us that have been ready for every kind of emergency, be it an EMP or a nuclear war, civil unrest, whatever, we're prepared for everything as much as we can be. And yes, we spend a lot of money getting things ready and that kind of stuff. And our neighbors are like, what are you doing? You're crazy. Our kids are like, why are you doing this, Dad? Why are you canning, 80 quarts of stuff or 200 quarts of stuff every year? This is the reason that we do that kind of stuff. Because this kind of stuff comes around eventually to you, maybe not in your lifetime. but it's always possible in your lifetime. My parents would be in their 90s if they were still alive, so they were old school and they went through the hard times. And I got 6 sisters and a brother, and they never seemed to listen to my parents on the hard times, but I did listen to them, and I thought, it'd be good to be prepared. My brothers and sisters aren't prepared for anything, and I feel bad for them as they're running out of supplies, because right now there are plenty of supplies in the store, and the DCs are filling up. Matter of fact, I was commenting on some posts last night that I was reading, and I was like, there's this guy, he's 59, and he's saying, I'm a little scared to leave the house. Is there any flatbed freight? Should I go run it? And I've talked about sacrifice. I don't have a problem with sacrificing myself. Somebody told me I was a sissy for thinking that way, that it's only about the me. Well, I'm not about the me. Not really. What I've got, I'll share. But anyway, my point was, this guy was going, I'm 59 and scared. Should I leave the house? And everyone was telling him, trucking is essential. There's plenty of essential flatbed freight for you. I came through St. Louis and Kansas City the other day. Many, the majority of trucking facilities, their doors were closed. There was no one in their docks. All trucking is not essential. It's not. With GE shut down 10% of their workforce. Not shut down. They let 10% of their workforce go. Boeing is shut down. 2 million jobs. Spirit Airlines, they are a manufacturer for Boeing. 6,000 jobs in Kansas or Wichita alone, or Kansas City, whatever it was, right? I mean, so freight is going to dry up. If you can hook onto a van or a reefer, you can still run. Spectre has offered me a van that I can use, and I may avail myself of that. I don't need the money, so I'm not too worried about it right now. But working toward the betterment of humanity does make me want to go hook to that van and haul some macaroni and noodles, right? It won't pay me nothing, but I'm still thinking about it. But I'm going to get over my cough and my fever before I do that. And then I will, if the need is there, not for me, but if the need is there for the public, I'll hook onto that puppy and I'll go to work. 7 days ago in Italy, they shut down food delivery. That means that places that was delivering your chicken dinner or whatever, they ended up shutting down, and they just extended those shutdowns. At this point in time, I don't know how people in Italy are getting their food if they don't have any in their house, because there's no fresh food delivery, there's no meal delivery system or anything. I would assume that the military will be delivering their food, as far as they'll put up a bread line outside on the road or something like that, and people will come through and get it. If you don't think that that can happen here, you're sadly mistaken, because it can, and it very well might. I don't know. I mean, I don't know anything, but I think it's always best to be prepared for the worst and hope for the best. I was watching Sammy's Freight is Hot video, and it is. Freight is hot right now, and I hope it stays hot, but it's not going to. I mean, that's just my opinion, and I really don't care if I got to go run hot freight and it's not hot. I'm not looking for that dollar. I'm not looking to make money off the back of Americans and going, oh, I'm not taking that load. It only pays $3,000, and as long as I'm not going in the hole, if I'm breaking even, I don't care. I don't think about this is not a situation to be working on the back of the brokers, going, well, we gotta screw them back now. But I understand the thought in doing that. But this is not the time to think that way. Transportation is the backbone of any military operation. Logistics is everything. This is a war. Whether you see it that way or not, it's rapidly becoming a war. And transportation will not fix it, but it will keep it moving. Truckers are going to fall by the wayside. Like I said yesterday, if I can get sick, if she can get sick, then anyone can get sick because we're self-contained. We have not been in a Walmart or a truck stop in over 3 weeks. And here we are sick, no matter what it is. All right? Hopefully it's not the corona. But if it is, we're still sick with something. I was reading this morning that 39 people were testing for a rat-borne illness in China. When you have a breakdown in social services, you have a breakdown in sanitation. All right? Now, when you have a breakdown in sanitation, you get the rats and the mice and the bugs and all that kind of stuff populating and spreading disease really quick. The biggest thing in the world that has shaped civilization, besides organized farming of villages and stuff, is sanitation. You can take any military in the world under any conditions, and if you do not supply sanitation to that outfit, to that troop, to that unit, they're going to die. It's just that simple. You know, you're going to get typhoid or sepsis, whatever. You're going to die. Sanitation is everything. Be clean in your own home. It's the little things that can sneak up and get you. A lot of people live like pigs in the world. I've seen it. I have seen it. I've been around the world, and I've been in houses and everything else. And it can go wrong real quick. We're going to check back in a little bit later. We're not up on that 48-hour mark yet. Anything can change, right? So we'll check back again at midnight, because that'll be our 48-hour mark when the girl went and got tested. But we're not going to know anything for at least 24 more hours. Okay, guys, it's 11:59. Don't even look at that, okay? It's 11:59. I'm frying some potatoes, and I made some beans with ham. It's not because it's all we got, guys. I got plenty of food. I mean, I got tons of meat and stuff, right? It's just, that's what I'm cooking, because I'm saving all the other stuff just in case it's the end of the world, right? I mean, that's stuff that can hang out. I don't gotta cook it today. There they are. It's the end of day 2, more or less. So it's 40. We are 48 hours in. The girl is seeing slightly better. She is. Hi, Grace. How you doing? She is still. I can see at a distance. She can see a little bit at a distance, but she's still. And the light still kind of messes with me. Yeah, the light. She don't like the light, and she's still wobbly, right? I mean, she can't. She still cannot go to the bathroom by herself. I still have to walk her to the bathroom, and she's still walking like Grandma. But she's not walking like Grandma as bad as she was when I had to drag her. Oh, so she's going to yawn in front of the camera because she is very...
I've only slept 20 out of the past 24 hours.
No, baby. You have slept for 4 days. You slept for 2 days before we got to the hospital. 2 solid days. So it's, no matter what this is, if you're a truck driver and if this is the actual COVID or whatever it is, the one that you have, you ain't going nowhere.
No.
All right? But as you see,
she had to get me out of the truck. Even to get in the little truck, I was laying over in the seat because anytime, it's not so bad now, but anytime you move your head, it feels like, you know how you spin real fast?
They may not know that, and you know.
It just feels like you're whirling out in space.
You're whirling out in space. She still has the same clothes on, guys. You say she has no brassiere on or anything. She's just hanging out there, flopping in the wind. She don't have no pants on, guys. She really don't. It's just, So I've been feeding her. I made her some popcorn that she ain't ate much of, thank goodness. But broth, beef broth, chicken broth. I've had all the alcohol. She has no alcohol. I'm not giving her no alcohol. Gatorade. I have Gatorade that I can make. It's dehydrated and you powdered Gatorade and some Sprite. That's why she's losing some weight, guys. She's looking cute. She's looking cute.
He's awful.
I am awful.
He tells me that my 4-day fast looks good on me.
It does. Hey, everybody should have a 4-day fast. Why not?
No,
right?
They don't want it this way.
Well, it's better than no fast at all. Anyway,
I'm also sensitive to the light.
That's
Noise, but I think that's just a being sick thing anyway.
that's natural in a way when you're having gastrointestinal stuff. I know this from a fact that whenever I'm sensitive to light and smell. But hey, I'm just a country boy.
It's still getting better.
Getting better. All right. Bye-bye.